do think that there is a supernatural element to that, and you end up inadvertently creating a misunderstanding. Oh, we have a phone call.
Oh, let's do it.
Joe from Des Moines. Joe, what can you got for us today?
Yes. Don't you think that perhaps spiritualist points of view are much like a child with a teddy bear? It gives you comfort.
But I think, that aside from comfort, I think there's a certain value in the truth, that I can feel comfort from telling somebody a lie, but I think that people are big boys. They can handle reality, and I think it's sort of condescending to say that, oh well, they take comfort from that. I'm not saying I'm going to rip it away and throw down their lollipop and laugh at them, but
but from the perspective and the paradigm of, in crises there is a need for comfort, and they find comfort much like a child would with a teddy bear.
Well, that's Joe. That's fine for me. People can find comfort in whatever beliefs they want to. Just don't talk about it being true.
Yeah.
If you can believe whatever you want to if it makes you feel good. Just don't say anything to me about that there's some kind of objective truth to it. Don't say that because it this has to do with my soul and it's good for my soul. This thing that's immaterial that'll live on forever. You believe whatever you want to, but leave truth out of it, because when you enter the realm of truth, that's when we can actually talk about it. So as far as being comforted, people can believe whatever they want to. You can be as deluded as you want to and be comfortable, and I'm perfectly willing for them to keep that. It's just, let's actually, if we want to talk about truth, let's talk about truth. Let's not talk about feelings.
Always give something demonstrable, something that we can actually look at and study. I mean, yeah, you get comfort from it, but you can get comfort from anything. I could manufacture a lie right now that's incredibly comforting, but it has no value in truth. And for me, I care about whether the things that I believe are true, if they correspond with reality in any way. So I'd say it's far more comforting to me that this can actually be proven, rather than it's something that I can just repeat to myself like a mantra.
Right. And I think, Joe, where the unfortunate part where we're in our country is the fact that most people buy into this sense of this other definition of spiritualism and all of these related religious concepts, and they really care more about those being maintained than they care about having an actual honest discussion about what is extant and what is not, what exists and what doesn't.
And there are people who actually legislate based on these beliefs as well. I mean, and sometimes it becomes a gateway to even having political power. I mean, there's actually a Republican primary that was happening earlier this year where two people who were both literalist conservatives were arguing over who believed in the literal truth of the Bible more than the other person, and who was more anti-evolution than the other person.
Right.
And these are things that affect all of us. And one of the big reasons we have this show, I think it's important for us who don't believe any of this malarkey to have a voice and to simply say, no, before we talk about this or that soul as it pertains to something like stem cell research or gay rights, how about you actually prove the efficacy of your claims?
Right. Well, we should actually, this is a good, ask this, we haven't done this, is, Joe, what is it that you believe?
Well, I've read Kersey Graves, I've read Sir Godfrey Higgins, I've read the 1560 version of the Geneva Bible.
Well, I mean, aside from what you've read, instead of giving us a bibliography, how about you summarize it for us?
Well,
I mean, if you had to give, like, in a sentence or so, what your belief system essentially is.
My belief system is very simple. I'm a poly-atheist. There's many gods I don't believe in. But I enjoy your show, and carry on.
Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, you're the first poly-atheist that we've had. Thanks so much, Joe. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Actually, let's just throw in a reminder. We're not going to, for anyone who tuned in late, we're not actually going to the Rams. You can't come and have drinks with us. But afterwards, we're going to the Seattle Atheist. Maybe, Joe, you can show up. The Seattle Atheist July membership meeting on the Stone Soup Theater. That is 4035 North Stone Way. Is that in Fremont? I don't even know. Well, it's on Stone Way. You could probably find it if you Google Mapped or what have you. So come there, and Harry Gilbert is talking about dark matter, so it should be, for all of you nerds out there, should be pretty awesome, I think.
It's all over my head, so. I thought we have some time left. Let's actually go over some of the emails that we got.
Right, well,
people were talking about what is their definition.
Let's shoot down some email, shall we?
Some of them I found so interesting is that one of them says, as I see it, however, spirituality is the belief in something beyond the realm of the normal and scientific, be it otherkin, afterlife, meditation, psychics, or any other similar belief. I see spirituality as a connection of some form of mysticism or otherwise scientifically questionable concept. The key difference, yeah, so, I mean, that's essentially one of the belief in sort of anything generally supernatural.
It's mystery.
And this is my favorite snarky email that we got from an atheist about spiritual. Spiritual, a multifaceted word used not to convey a single well-defined concept for the purpose of communication, but to represent one's pathological disinterest in the real world and to communicate it to others to create an in-group connection.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's really laying it all out there on the table.
Yeah, that doesn't hold back. That has a touch of Hitchens in it.
Yeah.
Basically, it says the way I've used the word, the most adequate definition would be the concept of one's consciousness of being part of something beyond what we see as the natural. Now, the word actually has its roots in the definition of or pertaining to the spirit.
Right, and that has been consistently, and if we don't just talk about atheism, you know, we're also skeptics. So we also don't believe that you have, you know, ghosts going around and knocking things over in your haunted house. Like if things exist beyond the material, prove it.
Yeah.
If ghosts actually do knock stuff over, a poltergeist knocks stuff over in your house, there would be a way to prove that. And obviously, all you need to do is watch any of these spin-offs of the Ghost Hunters to see how incredibly lame those are as a proof for ghosts.
And really, if you have eternal life and you basically get to wander around the corporeal realm, can't you do something better than just knock crap over? I mean, really? Right. This is the extent that you're just going to be kind of a semi-annoying dick?
Well, sometimes ghosts rape people, apparently. This I've heard from Unsolved Mysteries.
Why would a ghost still have any kind of sexual desire whatsoever?
I don't know.
You don't even have a body anymore, and the body's where those desires come from. I mean, even Christians say that. Aren't you like supposed to be sexless in heaven?
I just love that episode of Bullshit where they were talking about ghosts, and they said, why are they always wearing clothes? And so behind Penn and Teller, they just got a room full of naked people wandering around going like zombies. It was just great. It's like, why aren't ghosts naked? Yeah,
and why do they have to play games of 20 questions with, you know, jerk-offs like, you know, what's his name, Van Prague and John Edward? They're like, oh, you got a word? Sounds like...
Sounds like, unfortunately, the end of the show.
Sounds like the end of the show.
Oh, guys. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. You can join us, askanatheist.tv is our website. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.